What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another review. Today we have another Marvel Legends figure, and it's on the Spider-Man retro card. It's the Walmart exclusive animated series Spider-Man with the cell shading, and this thing was kind of a pain to find. Actually, I looked for him for a while and couldn't find him, so shout outs to the homie Modern Toy Fair here on YouTube. You guys check him out if you've never have. He hooked me up with a decent price on this and shipped it out super fast, so I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot. So without any further ado, let's check this guy out. Alrighty, so here we have him out of the packaging onto the rotating platform, and my first impressions are very, very good. I think the colors are really sick, actually. I love the lighter blue that they went with. It's probably my favorite Marvel Legends Spider-Man just right off the bat without even messing with it, because it just looks so cool. And the cell shading, it seems to be pretty well done. You know, first glance, it's not overwhelming and it seems to be in pretty decent places. So pretty happy with that. Overall, I could tell he's a bit smaller than other Spider-Mans I have, but I kind of like that too. So yeah, so far so good. Let's check out the accessories this guy comes with. Alright, so for accessories, he does bring 2 wall crawling hands and 2 whipping hands, as well as the 2 fisted hands that are already attached. It also brings these 2 web effects that, I mean, they're decent enough. It's cool that they included something, but I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use them or how I should attach them or what. I'd much prefer like a shooting web line or like a swinging line. That'd be better in my opinion, but yeah. I guess you can kind of like have somebody knocked out like this and have the web on top of him, or maybe web up some of your accessories that you have, make it seem like Spider-Man has been shooting web around. Alright, so now let's take a closer look at the figure, as I want to go over the paint and the details, as it does seem to be very nicely painted actually. I don't see any glaring issues or any scuff marks really. Tiny little things that, you know, at this price point though, you can't complain about. All my web lines seem to be painted pretty nice. The colors really pop with this red and the blue. I really like it. A little bit of animated lines on the spider in the back, and you can see a little bit of scuffing on the blue here, but nothing serious. I mean, like I said, at the price point for being a Marvel Legends, this is pretty much a fantastic paint job, and I can't complain. I really like the way it looks. Or let's take a look at the face actually. The jaw is a lot more pronounced than it has been. You could definitely tell there's a human face underneath the mask, which I do like, but it's maybe a little bit too big, the jaw. The biceps are also a little bit big in my opinion. In the animated series, he is kind of like muscular, but maybe not this much. But overall, the proportions are great. I really like it. I think it's probably the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man that they've put out for sure. All right, so let's go over the articulation on this guy. So he can look up that much. That's really good. He can look down that much. Also really good. He could do a full 360 of the head. He can do a little bit of tilt side to side. He has a full 360 on the arm. It can bend up about that much. It's got a swivel at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, and we've got a swivel and a hinge at the wrist. We got a swivel and a crunch at the chest. We've got a crunch at the abs or midsection. The legs can kick up that much. Got a double bended knee. There is a swivel up here at the quad, and also swivel down here at the boot. And the ankle is on a rocker, which works pretty darn well. So overall, the articulation on this is very nice. I like it a lot. We'll see if we can get him into some dope poses. So let's check that out. So for comparisons, here he is next to the retro carded Spider-Man. And I think that the newer one actually looks better. I definitely like the colors better. My retro carded Spider-Man is a little bit darker though, because I repainted it to cover up the pegs and I didn't match the colors perfectly. So it's a little darker. But I love the new colors so much more, and even the proportions on the legs and stuff are just better to me, so I really dig that. Here he is next to the retro carded cell shaded Venom from the animated series as well, and I think they look really dope together. So it's pretty promising because this year is going to be full of Spider-Man animated series stuff, so these two are a pretty good start. Excited to check that out. And here he is next to the Mayfix classic costume Spider-Man. And I think color-wise, this is a pretty good comparison. Obviously, price-wise, it's not a good comparison, but Marvel Legends is not far off. I mean, it does not look bad at all. I don't think that you could tell that there's like a $70 price difference on this, because $100 for the Mayfix figure and like 25 to 30 for this Spider-Man, I don't think it's that much better, you know? So once Marvel Legends starts sculpting in those lines, I don't know, these other companies better watch out because these Spider-Mans are getting pretty sick. All right, so final thoughts on this figure. I absolutely loved it. I think that Marvel Legends did a great job with this figure. The cell shading is done to not perfection, but it's very well done compared to the X-Men animated series ones we got. This is way better. It's not just like a single swab, although the left leg does have that kind of X-Men shading going on where it's just a single line, but the rest of it has more shape to it and more contouring to the body, and it just is in the right places where it makes sense to the light, you know? So they're doing a good job with that, and I hope that they keep that up throughout the new Spider-Man releases coming out this year. And articulation wise, I love the figure. The colors are great. The posability, the new pinless joints, I'm glad that they have pinless joints, but I wish it had the toe articulation. That's the one thing that would have really made this perfect. And if it had an animated Peter Parker head, holy shit, that would have been super sick. I'm pretty sure they got something like that planned coming down the line, especially this year with all the Spider-Man animated series releases. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get this figure again with the Peter Parker head. And I will be in for that too, because I definitely like that Peter Parker. And that's the one I kind of grew up with, so I love it. So yeah, man, I love this figure. That's going to be it for this review. I recommend you guys get this if you can get your hands on it. I know it's a scalper's market for this guy, but get out there and get it if you can. That's going to be it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want. Take care and peace.